Greetings, it's an honor to be with you today. And today the title is Fruits of the Flesh. And today we're talking about Trucebreakers. That's right, we're talking about Trucebreakers today. All right? Verse 19 of Galatians 5 says, "Now the works of the flesh are manifest." So in other words, the spirits of Galatians 5 and 19 are at work. And this is how we know truly that they are at work. We see these fruit in operation, or we see these fruit displayed. All right, now let's get this principle. The spirits or works of Galatians 5 produce the fruit of 2 Timothy 3. So we know that Galatians 5 and 19 says the works of the flesh, but another way to look at that is the spirits that are at work, right? So we see their fruit in the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3. So let's look there. All right, so 2 Timothy 3, 1-3 says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves." All right, so amidst the perilous times, it's not just happenstance, it's as a result of men loving themselves exclusively. They care nothing about anybody else. And as the time draws near, we're going to see this happen rampantly. The hearts of men are going to, as Jesus said, wax cold, right? Now, how do we know this? Here's the fruit to see exhibited. Trucebreakers. What is a trucebreaker? All right, a trucebreaker is individuals who violate or break agreements, treaties, or promises. Oh yeah, let's get into it, right? So this is a very serious matter. I believe that our yea should be yea and our nay should be nay, right? Life has become a bit complicated, so we've had to enact contracts and things to keep people honest and to stipulate exactly what we'll do. But there were so many agreements of ancient time that existed on handshakes and word of mouth. But we're way beyond that now. And it's because of the hearts of men. Right? Listen to Ezekiel 37:26. "Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore." So this is God's covenant with Israel, right? Now, understand now, God's covenant with them never changed. Israel, on the other hand, broke some of the stipulations of the agreement, and as a result, judgment came upon them. God never condemned them because they're still here, right? But as a result of them going wayward or whoring after other nations and other gods, there were some stipulations God put in place, and if they did that, judgment would come, and judgment did come. But his covenant with them did not cease to exist. And as a matter of fact, in Ezekiel, we see here it says, "Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them and set my sanctuary in the midst of them forever." So God's desire ultimately was always to tabernacle with his people. That was always his desire, not in buildings made with stones or wood, but he wanted to be in the midst of them, literally. And that's why we thank God for the Holy Ghost today. So why is this important? Because we've got to see God as our great example. We shouldn't be willy-nilly making commitments and then backing out like it's nothing. Our word should mean something, man. There should be something behind our yes and our no. It has to carry weight. As children of God, this should be the standard because we are made in his image. This is what should be expected. It shouldn't be that if you make a promise or an agreement, you decide, well, you know what? I'm just going to back out of it. No, it speaks to your integrity. It speaks to your moral code. Something is wrong there. And this ought not to be the norm. But sadly, Because of the times, this is where we're at. But we've got to reel this in and understand that God is being misrepresented on this front when we're not men and women of our word. All right? So I challenge you today. Let's stop breaking our truces.